Hi guys, this is Arvind from MindMajix, and today we will be discussing a very interesting topic. And this topic has been trending a lot since quite a few days now. And that topic is ChatGPT. So guys, in this video, we will cover everything that you want to know about ChatGPT. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the agenda for today's session. Okay, so we'll begin this session by introduction. Then we will have a look at what exactly is ChatGPT and the features of ChatGPT. After that, we will discuss how does ChatGPT exactly work. And then we will also talk about its comparison with Google. After that, we will discuss a few limitations of ChatGPT. And then finally, we will conclude this session. So this is the whole idea or the agenda of this particular video. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So in the introduction part, before knowing what is ChatGPT, let's have a look at what exactly are chatbots. Okay, so a chatbot or a chatterbot is a software application, and this application is used to conduct an online chat conversation using text or text to speech in lieu of providing the direct contact with a live human agent. Okay, so chatbots have been designed convincingly to simulate the way a human would behave as a conversational partner, and chatbot systems typically require continuous tuning and testing, and many in production remain unable to adequately converse, while none of them can pass the standard Turing test. Okay, so chatbots are used in dialogue systems for various purposes, including customer service, request routing, or information gathering. So many chatbots are accessed online via website pop-ups or through virtual assistants. Okay, so guys, just to give you an example, you might have come across chatbots on many e-commerce websites. Okay, also you will find them on ticket booking websites, like if you want to book flight tickets, train tickets, or even bus tickets. So there also you can find chatbots. Okay, and chatbots are also useful in banking applications. Okay, so these are also known as the virtual assistants on many websites, if you have already seen. And one important example of chatbot is like if you order pizza online from Domino's, so there you will find a virtual assistant that will help you place the order. So these are the definition and examples of chatbots. So guys, let's move to the next part. Okay, so now coming to the most important question of this session, what exactly is ChatGPT? So guys, ChatGPT is a chatbot which is launched by OpenAI in November 2022. And if you talk about GPT, so GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Okay, so ChatGPT is built on top of OpenAI's GPT-3 family of large language models. And this application is fine-tuned with both supervised learning and reinforcement learning techniques. So ChatGPT was launched as a prototype on November 2022, and it quickly gained attention for its detailed responses and articulate answers across many domains of knowledge. So if you talk about supervised learning and reinforcement learning, so both these approaches used human trainers to improve the model's performance. So in case of supervised learning, the model was provided with conversations in which the trainers played both sides, that is the user and the AI assistant. Whereas in reinforcement step, the human trainers first ranked the responses that model had created in a previous conversation. So this is the definition of ChatGPT. Now, there are two very important techniques that are used in ChatGPT. The first one is supervised learning. So guys, basically, those who don't know what supervised learning is, so it is a type of machine learning in which machines are trained using well-labeled training data, and on the basis of that data, machines predict the output. So the labeled data means some input data is already tagged with correct output. In supervised learning, the training data provided to the machines work as the supervisor that teaches the machines to predict the output correctly. So this applies the same concept as a student learns in the supervision of a teacher. So that's why the name is supervised learning. And now if you talk about reinforcement learning, so this is a technique which is based on feedback, and a machine learns in which an agent learns to behave in an environment by performing the actions and seeing the results of actions. For example, for each good action, the agent gets positive feedback, and for each bad action, the agent gets a negative feedback or penalty. So in reinforcement learning, the machines learns automatically using feedbacks without any labeled data, unlike the supervised learning. So the difference between supervised learning and reinforcement learning is that in supervised learning, you have the trained data or the labeled data, whereas in reinforcement learning, the machine learns only on feedback. The next part of this session is what are the features of ChatGPT. So guys, basically ChatGPT is free to use as of now, and it has been built on GPT 3.5 language technology. So the general public was given access to the AI-powered chatbot on OpenAI's website. So while it is still in the research review stage, basically users can sign up and test it out for free. And as we have discussed already, so this was built on top of GPT 3.5. So guys, the next feature is the communication in conversational format. So GPT-3 was previously issued, which caused a number of issues to arise within the organizations. So some questions could not be answered by the AI, and it was unable to make up the facts. So therefore, the end user occasionally has to alter the prompt, which is the text provided to the AI, but they are still trying to cue the AI. But theoretically, it would be better if the AI could cue instead of you. So therefore, the AI should just ask you if it is not understanding in a conversational manner, rather than rephrasing the query to help it comprehend what are you looking for and respond appropriately. So therefore, the direction is now towards this product with ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, it will help you respond more dynamically. So this is the next feature that we are going to discuss. So the conversational approach will let the new GPT option respond to more dynamic interactions and will make it more likely to respond than ask. So as opposed to the ChatGPT, which has been specifically trained for this purpose, GPT-3 was previously used by the end user to initiate interaction. So it employs a method known as reinforcement learning from human learning. And the next point is the techniques that are used. So in particular games like chess or poker, the results of using these tactics have been particularly amazing. So even if the game has a set of rules and prizes, a conversation does not. And therefore, a human feedback is crucial in this situation. So this was accomplished by asking a model a question, sampling a number of the answers, and then allowing a human to manually rank these answers. So following that, these ranks served as a training data for the reward model. The output of the reward model will then be improved by further training a fine-tuned language model using reinforcement learning to react to queries. So these ranks then served as a training data for the reward model. In order to maximize the output of the reward model, a refined language model will then be further trained using reinforcement learning to respond to the inquiries or queries. The next feature is ChatGPT is a sibling model to InstructGPT. So as a result of the dialogue style, ChatGPT is able to respond to follow-up inquiries, acknowledging its errors, refute false assumptions, and refuse unsuitable proposals. So a sibling model to InstructorGPT, ChatGPT is taught to follow the instructions in prompts and respond in depth. The next point over here is ChatGPT responds to everything. So this chatbot has been trained to engage in conversation. So the dialogue model, according to OpenAI, enables ChatGPT to respond in all types of writing, including theoretical essays, mathematical solutions, and stories. So it can also answer to follow-up questions, and company says that it can also admit when it makes a mistake. The next point is ChatGPT can alter the way how people make use of search engines. So by offering customers with more than simply links to browse through, it could fundamentally alter how people use search engines by delivering answers to complex problems. It is not just a good debugging companion, but it can also fix the bug when you're asking a question. So guys, these were some of the features of ChatGPT. So guys, the next important point that we are going to discuss is how exactly does ChatGPT work? So guys, you can see the diagram that is present on your screen right now. So these are the steps in which ChatGPT works. So basically there are 3 steps. So basically ChatGPT takes your request, questions or prompts and quickly answers them. As you would imagine, the technology is able to do this very swiftly, but the underlying method is a bit complicated. The model was trained using text databases from the internet. So this includes a whopping 570 GB of data obtained from books, web texts, Wikipedia, articles, and other pieces of writing on the internet. To be even more precise, 300 billion words were fed into the system. So as a language model, it works on the probability, able to guess what the next word should be in a sentence. To get to a stage where it could do this, the model went through a supervised testing stage. So here it was fed inputs. For example, if you want to know what color is the wood of a tree, the team has a correct output in mind, but that doesn't mean it will get it right. If it gets it wrong, the team inputs the correct answer back into the system, teaching it correct answers and helping it build its knowledge. So it then goes through a second similar stage, offering multiple answers with a member of the team ranking them from the best to the worst, training the model on comparisons. So what sets this technology apart is that it continuously learns while guessing what the next word should be, constantly improving its understanding of prompts and questions to become the ultimate know-it-all. So guys, in the first step, as you can see here, the model collects demonstration data and train a supervised policy. So prompt is sampled from our prompt dataset. And then after this, a labeler demonstrates the desired output behavior. So for example, if you ask a question, what is the color of sky? So if you ask this question to ChatGPT, it already has the answer to this question, and a labeler demonstrates the desired output behavior. After this data is used to fine-tune the GPT with supervised learning. The next step is collect comparison data and train a reward model. So prompt and several model outputs are sampled, and then again the labeler ranks the outputs from the best to the worst. After this data is used to train our reward model. And the third step is optimize a policy against a reward model using the PPO, reinforcement learning model. So guys, these are the three steps in which ChatGPT works. So guys, the next important point of discussion is comparison of ChatGPT with Google. So guys, there have been a lot of talks, or you can say buzz, in the IT world regarding the comparison of ChatGPT with Google. Okay, so guys, we have been using Google since a very long period now, and everybody knows what are the advantages of using Google. Okay, so basically it is a search engine where you can write your queries on your web browser, or you can simply do a Google search and you can get the answers. Same is with ChatGPT, but guys, I don't think this is a valid comparison, like as far as my knowledge is concerned. So with ChatGPT, you can get answers to simple questions. Okay, so as we have discussed, you can write essays, like you can give a topic to the ChatGPT and you can expect the answer in the form of an essay. Like for example, you can write any simple essay with ChatGPT. You can write computer programs as well. Like if you feed the question to ChatGPT, like write a program to add two numbers. So this is a very easy task for ChatGPT to do. Okay, you can also write poems with ChatGPT, and you can also get ideas. Like if you, let's say, if you want to propose your girlfriend or wife. Okay, so if you describe this situation in the prompt of ChatGPT, so it can give you ideas as well. Okay, and same ideas also, or things also, you can get on Google also. Okay, so I don't think it is fair enough to compare ChatGPT with Google. And ChatGPT has been in very, early stages, like it is not yet fully trained and developed. It is just in its initial phase. Okay, but I believe with time, ChatGPT will improve a lot, and there will be a lot of valid, or you can say more improved answers that you will get with ChatGPT. The next question is a very important question, or a very important point. What are the limitations of ChatGPT? Okay, so guys, a very important point here is ChatGPT can definitely give you wrong answers. Okay, so if you ask any question to ChatGPT and if it doesn't know, initially it will say that it doesn't have any knowledge regarding your question. But there's one more point that you must understand here, which is that the software has a limited knowledge of the world after 2021. So it isn't aware of the world leaders or the events that came to power since 2021, and won't be able to answer questions about recent events. So this obviously is not a surprise, considering the impossible task of keeping up with the world events as they happen, along with then the training model on this information. So equally, ChatGPT can generate incorrect information, getting answers wrong, or misunderstanding what are you trying to ask. So if you try and get really niche or add too many factors to a prompt, it can become overwhelmed and ignore parts of a prompt completely. Just to give you an example, if you ask it to write a story about two people listing their jobs, names, age, profession, and where they live, the model can confuse these factors and randomly assign them to two characters. So, guys, these are some of the limitations of Chat GPT. Okay, just to give you one more example, like, so guys, if you're a software engineer and if you ask it to write a program which is a bit complicated, so there are high chances that Chat GPT will not come up with a correct solution. Okay, so guys, with this, we have come to the end of session on what exactly is Chat GPT. So, guys, artificial intelligence or AI has been in use for many years, but it is currently going through a stage of increased interest. And this is driven by developments across various big companies like Google, Meta, Microsoft, and many other companies. In creating and training and using these models, OpenAI and its biggest investors have poured billions of dollars in these particular projects. Okay, so as I've told you, we are in the initial stages of Chat GPT. So there's nothing to worry about. It's just a tool, I believe. And a tool is, for any tech person out there, you just have to able to use this to your good effect. Okay, so you must be able to use this for your productivity or accomplishing the tasks that you have. Okay, so this is the simple use of any tool in the IT industry. Okay, so there's no need to worry about, like, I've seen on the internet as well, a lot of people, they were thinking that will Chat GPT replace, humans? Will it replace manual jobs and all those things? So I don't think there is anything to worry about. Okay. Okay. So guys, now what we will do is we'll go to the actual Chat GPT website and let's just try out some of the questions that we can deal with Chat GPT. Okay. So now what I'll do is we'll go to the website. Let me just open Chrome for you over here. Okay. So now let me just search Chat GPT over here. Okay. So guys, this is the website. As you can see here, openai.com/blog/ChatGPT. Okay. So now, as you can see over here, we have the option of ChatGPT, try ChatGPT. And let me just click over here. Okay. So guys, I've already logged in the ChatGPT using our email ID. Like, I've used my own email ID. So what you can do is initially it will ask you to sign up using your email address or Google account or Microsoft account. You can just sign up and then you can log in. Once you log in, you will be navigated to this page. Okay. So once you come to the home page, after you log in, you can see the examples over here. Okay. So in examples, what you can do is, like, ChatGPT is suggesting us the examples that you can try out. So you can try explain quantum computing in simple terms, or got any creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday, or how do I make HTTP request in JavaScript? So these are some of the examples that you can try out for. Apart from this, here you have the capabilities of ChatGPT. So it remembers what user said earlier in the conversation, and it allows user to provide follow-up corrections. It has been trained to decline inappropriate requests as well. And now some of the limitations of ChatGPT: it may occasionally generate incorrect information. So guys, ChatGPT is not 100% accurate. So it may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content as well. And it has limited knowledge of the world and the events after 2021. Okay, so now, as you can see here, this is the chat box over here. Like, we can type anything that we want. Okay, and now let's just see, ask a question. How is the weather today in Hyderabad? Okay, so guys, I'm sorry, I have misspelled weather over here, but still, ChatGPT has generated a response for us. It says, I'm sorry, I don't have real-time access to current weather information. However, you can check a weather website or an application for the most up-to-date information. Okay, so now let's just ask something else. Now, let's just say, write a C program to add two numbers. So this is a very simple program. Let's just see what answer do we get from ChatGPT. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, ChatGPT has written a piece of code for us. Basically, this is a C program, a very simple program to add two numbers. And it is also giving us an explanation of what exactly is there in the program, like what is being written over here. Okay, so these are the explanations that we are receiving now. Okay, so this is a very good response that we have received for this programming question. And now let's just ask something else. Wedding anniversary idea for an old age couple. A couple who's very old and they want to celebrate their wedding anniversary. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, ChatGPT is generating a response for us. So basically, it is giving us an idea like in which way you can celebrate your wedding anniversary. So it says a romantic dinner or a trip down the memory lane, a relaxing spa day, a nostalgic gateway, a special performance for a concert or a musical show, a personalized gift, a private dance party, or a special meal with the loved ones. So these are some of the ideas through which you can celebrate your wedding anniversary for a 50-year-old or an older couple. Okay, so now let's just try a very awkward question. When will the world end? So here it is generating a response for this question. So it says no one knows no one knows for certain when the world will end. The end of the world is a topic that has been the subject of many religious beliefs and scientific theories. But the truth is that it is not possible to predict the exact date or time. And it has been written like there has been some of the more lines that have been generated by ChatGPT. Okay, so this was a very random or a very vague question that we tried out with ChatGPT. Okay, so guys, that was all in this video about ChatGPT. I hope you guys have understood whatever things that we have discussed here. And in the end portion, we also tried the website of ChatGPT and we asked a few questions over there and we were pretty much satisfied with the response that we got. Okay, so that was all from my side in this particular video. If at all you have any queries related to this video, then you can write them in the comment section and my team is here to help you resolve all your doubts and queries. So guys, I wish you all the very best and thank you so much for being with us.